This is the weather forecast video for Tuesday, October the 4th, 2011. Let's take a look at the satellite image from last evening. You see a storm system off to our west producing some rain and snow in the higher elevations. Meanwhile, off in New England, stubborn upper level low producing some rainfall in that area. Watch warning map from just before midnight. Red flag warnings and fire weather watches across the plain states. Winter storm watches and warnings for the Wasatch in Utah and the Sierra Nevadas in California. Otherwise, the rest of the nation is fairly quiet. QPF chart. Precipitation over the next 5 days through Saturday evening at 7 o'clock shows some heavy rain across the plain states, which is upwards of 3 to 4 inches, with maybe a trace or maybe a tenth over the far western counties of the state for later in the week. So let's look at the 0Z GFS Model Run at 1 p.m. today. You can see the upper level low over New England moving off to the east. New storm system moving into the west. Ridge over us. That means sunshine, clear skies, maybe a few clouds. Highs in the 70s again, like yesterday, or close to maybe the low 80s, with some southerly winds beginning to take hold. Thus, the fire weather watches, which will continue likely into Wednesday, with winds still from the south at about 10, maybe 15 to 20. The fire danger will be excessive with highs in the 70s to 80s, which continues into Thursday, although a few showers are possible, at least west of the Missouri River, but close enough to be mentioned. But it'll still be warm and breezy, highs in the 70s to low to mid 80s. Friday, same story, windy, a few clouds, maybe an isolated shower across the Siouxland and into northwest Iowa, 70s to low 80s for highs. Saturday, storm system still off to our west, rainfall mainly right along the Missouri River, otherwise maybe a few clouds elsewhere and highs in the 70s to near 80. We head off into Sunday. The front begins to slowly ease into the state with some showers and isolated thunderstorms mainly west of Interstate 35. Highs will still remain above normal, highs in the 70s to about near 80. And Monday, the front begins to dissolve as the low moves further to the north into Canada. So maybe a 20 to 30% chance at a shower or storm as the front begins to dissolve, and highs in the 70s. A week from today, on October the 11th, you see that trough is lifting out into Canada, and we're in a west to east flow, a fast flow across the country. And at the surface, high pressure will be overhead, but there'll still be a dissolving frontal system in the area that'll produce maybe a shower across the state, maybe 20-30% chance, and highs in the 70s. We head further into Voodoo. October the 15th, trough begins to move into the northwest while the ridge is still in place over the southeast. And with that in the middle, showers and maybe a thunderstorm just to our northwest that'll be easing in here later the weekend into the early part of the following week, which may produce some rainfall. And at the end of the forecast on October the 19th, a big trough, a fairly decent trough over the center part of the country, with it digging into the center part. And at the surface, we'll have a low pressure system in northern Wisconsin, a cold pool of air that could produce some cool rain with some showers and storms possible across the state. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one tomorrow.